Hi, it's Marlene from the Sharing Light. I hope you are having a beautiful week. It's been gorgeous here. We've been having some really nice sunshine. We just had a little bit of rain, and I've been loving watching the birds in the puddles, and just kind of taking their little bath today. A little disappointed we didn't get a thunderstorm like I was hoping, but it's been nice. I apologize for not being on in a little bit. My phone crossed over the Rainbow Bridge on Saturday on June 21st, the summer solstice, which actually is a really cool story that I wanted to share with you. So, we are in Mercury Retrograde, which I never put too much stock in. Other people have had things happen to them. It's never affected me. But this time it really affected me with a bang. So on Saturday we're in the Mercury retrograde, and then we also had an eclipse that night, and it was also like the beginning of the summer solstice. So I was watching on my phone, on Facebook. They had on Facebook live from Stonehenge, they had the sunset for the summer solstice. So I was watching it, and there was so much energy and power coming from that video. I was just like, I felt stoned. I was just like watching it. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful. I loved watching it. I caught the end of it. I had been out on a drive with my husband, so I caught the end of it. So I went out on my back deck, and I sat there with my phone, and I rewound it. Like, I went back to the beginning of the video, and I watched the sunset. I was watching the birds landing on the monuments, the stone monuments and everything, and it was really cool. So I just felt so much power coming from watching this video. So I put my phone down. I had gone into my bedroom. I texted somebody back and forth a little bit, put my phone down, and I went to pick it up again, and I'm like, oh, it must have died. The battery went dead. So I charged it, I plugged it in, charged it. It never came back on. Never came back on. I'm like, what the actual heck is happening? So I did some research, and that was when I realized, oh my goodness, we are in Mercury retrograde. Then somebody told me that there was an eclipse happening that night, a lunar eclipse. And then, then I realized probably the biggest thing was probably the power that came from watching that sunset from Stonehenge along with the Mercury retrograde. So I actually find that to be really amazing. That was really cool. And I was excited to, even though I missed my phone, I didn't want to have to get a new phone for a while. I was sad that that one died, but anyway, so a couple days went by, and I went without my phone for a couple of days, and I don't know if you have done that in a while. Just put it down, like literally put it down and not looked at it. At first, like that night, I had only been without it for an hour, which shame on me. That was really bad. I felt like I was out of my mind a little bit. My husband had to say to me, you look like you're losing it. He's like, it's just a phone, relax. And I didn't think that I had been addicted to my technology. I really didn't think that. But apparently I was guilty. And I bet you are too. I really challenge you to put your phone down. Look at it only when absolutely necessary. My plan for me is to only use my phone when I absolutely have to. When I'm making these videos, to respond to messages. I do get on social media, so I will maybe check that in the morning, and then maybe again once or twice the rest of the day, but not like I had been. I will taper that down too. I don't want to be addicted to that anymore. I really felt free. I felt more like soul connected. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I felt different not having my phone anymore. It was funny, on Father's Day, which was Sunday, the very next day, my husband was like, go get a new phone, go get a new phone. He's like, you need a new phone, you deserve a new phone. He's like, just go get one. So I did get in my car and I did go, but I really didn't want one at that point. So thankfully they were closed, so I didn't get it that day. But I found it interesting that I was like, no, I'm taking this time to just really like enjoy the excuse of not being available. And that was really, really nice. So if you can do that as often as you possibly can, I highly recommend it. It really is freeing to not have to worry about it. I learned a big lesson that day, those few days of not having a phone, and I appreciate it. I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful to my other phone for dying. I'm grateful for that lesson, that experience. I feel that it was a soul lesson, that it was something that I needed to be made aware of. So I wanted to share that with you so that you can be aware of that as well. To take a look at your own usage, to take a look at your the amount of time that you are texting, that you are calling people, that you are on social media, just surfing, whatever it is you're doing. Just pay attention to that and try to cut back on it, or if you can, go without. For as long as you possibly can, go without it. Because I feel that it will be beneficial to all of us. All right, have a great day. I love you.